Smart 24, driving business. No data, no problem. Zabu allows you to buy or sell securities on the Altex exchange from anywhere in Uganda via USSD. Step 1. To buy, dial *292#. Step 2. Select buy. Step 3. Select the product you would like to buy. For example, bonds. Step 4. Select your preferred maturity year. Step 5. Select the bond you would like to buy. Step 6. Input an amount of 15,000 Ugandan shillings or more. Step 7. Your order has been forwarded for processing. And finally, Step 8. Your order has been confirmed.
Hello, good morning, Uganda. Today is the 17th of May, 2023. Indeed, it's a good morning from us. Thank you for watching Smart 24 Business, where we drive business. And this is Smart Means Business. And this is quite a good morning. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, I guess it's really quite a very interesting one. And, well, quite lots of interesting stories that are coming up that we're going to be discussing, all in relation to the world of business. And, of course, remember, this is the Road Safety Week. Yes, and quite lots of aspects, quite lots of interesting conversations are going to be coming up in relation to this. Taking a look at how Uganda has been like in the past decade when it comes to road safety. I guess we see that we've had quite a little challenge there.
Yes,
regarding that.
Yes, I must agree with you, really. Lately, the fact that we've been having issues concerning our road maintenance and how the roads are damaged, that really there is a cause. And then there is a need for this Road Safety Week.
Okay.
Because, roads contribute a huge percentage when it comes to safety.
Exactly. That's very true. And of course, this connects straight to our morning call, where the Parliament okayed the use of 20 million Ugandan shillings. That is for violating the speed limit. Well, the Parliament now passed the Traffic Road Amendment Bill 2023, of course, approving the proposal to increase fines for motorists driving beyond the prescribed speed limit. And that is from 200,000 Ugandan shillings to 20 million Ugandan shillings. Well, from 200,000 to 20 million. That's quite a big increase when it comes to fines. 20 million.
Yeah, I think the 200,000 to 20 million depends on the crime.
Yeah.
On the crime committed.
If you're driving too fast.
If you're driving too fast. Remember a few years ago, they prescribed a speed limit.
Speed limit. I remember when they introduced speed governors, where they could actually run for, the vehicles couldn't exceed 80 kilometers.
Yes.
But it's funny that the drivers complain that these speed governors kind of destroy their engines, actually. And for the issues of buses, they said the reason as why they disagreed with the speed governors was because of at least if they could limit to 120 kilometers, because you can't drive a bus at 80 kilometers. It's better to be there. So that was quite a little bit of a challenge there. Well, now, still further into this report, it should be recalled that in April 2023, Minister of State for Finance, that's Henry Musasizi, tabled a series of tax bills, that is among which included the Traffic Road Safety Bill 2023, of course, in which in which he proposed to impose a fine of 20 million or jail sentence for 3 years. So you pay 20 million or jail sentence for 3 years, something which I think is very key. We've had quite a lot of young people actually die in accidents, as we shall be taking a look into as we delve deeper into the show, getting to see quite a number of youths, most especially worldwide actually. I'll say, though Africa will be contributing a bigger percentage as a result of victims of road insecurity into whatever countries that they are coming in from. Now, further here we see that the minister proposed that a person who fails to comply with the speed limits on conviction of imprisonment not exceeding 1,000 current points, that is not exceeding 1,000 current points or imprisonment of 3 years or both. Now, the measure will contribute to the reduction of road accidents and associated deaths and costs to the country. And of course, one currency is equivalent to one currency point is actually equivalent to 20,000 Ghana shillings. So if they tell 1,000 currency points, you have to multiply 1,000 by 20,000 by 2,000. Yeah, 20,000. Of course, bringing the fine to 20 million Ghana shillings.
I guess this is a perfect thing to do, because I mean we've had a lot of fatalities lately, last year and actually in the beginning of this year, and definitely this is a huge opportunity for culprits to be
that
caught.
speak too much.
That speak too much.
I even ask myself, what is the issue? Okay, I understand sometimes it's something about going to do business. Explains why they are rushing. You know, the reality of this aspect is that that moment, Marcy, when you're going to do something and you realize you're out of time, probably you left with only 10 minutes. When you, for example, if you're going to use the public means of transport, you will be expecting that person to actually drive to the fastest for you to achieve that. So at that moment, you don't care about the people that are crossing the road. So let's think of that in that perspective, because we all at some point have been on time and we want speed, right?
Yes.
But then the speed we want it, but what about the people that are going to be affected in case they land into our gap of speed? See? So I try to look at that from that perspective, but still, we believe that road maintenance could be quite a key issue, because I know majority of the crashes are caused by car crash. Speed. Yeah, but
mostly speed.
Yeah.
And of course, another thing, a friend of mine almost got an accident close to that. You know, motorists, mostly border cyclists, usually use different lanes, wrong lanes.
You're very right about that.
That is also a problem I've seen, really. Just imagine you're a pedestrian and you're crossing. You happen to cross and someone is coming in from the wrong... So definitely that will cause...
some sort of a crash, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, it's 12 minutes past 7, still driving your business on your daily Kickstarter, a smart man's business. And well, that is it for our morning call this very particular day. And now let's cross over to what's happening all over the press as we take a look at what is transpiring here. Of course, reviewing the Daily Monitor, Masi Katsume is holding the new vision. So here on the top page, it says that juniors, of course, launch paywall on supervisors. This is, of course, well, we shall be getting to know the details, but it's just the top in here, you know. And we see homes here, homes technology. Why is the construction industry reluctant to adapt to technology? What do we have a look at on top there?
Well, today we have Parliament passes road safety bill, stakeholders protest penalty, and that is motorists to pay 2 million for speeding. This is quite an interesting. I want to have the feel of that, people paying that 2 million, because it's too much lately. Do you know you be on a ride and you are asking, you're praying to God.
Yeah, everything to reach home safe.
And there is a way they twist these motorists. You know, there is Mwandegea. For instance, Mwandegea usually has a lot of traffic, mostly in the evening hours.
True.
And cars, you know, are usually fixed to each other, and you see a motorist trying to border cyclist trying to, you know, fix their way
themselves
in there,
into,
and you own it, and you
into a
own
certain
it,
space.
remember?
Yeah,
and you
true.
own it, and you're like, what is this?
Like I said earlier, sometimes you're on time. I mean, and you have to,
Not when you're getting home, you don't need that.
It depends on if a child is sick.
Yes, if the child is sick, but then that is like a death sentence for you to pass in between two.
There's times when you could be in the border and you tell this guy, you know what, I don't care, but cross these cars. I need to get here in time.
I think there has to be someone out there looking out for us. Because
I think the issue should be on the roads. Besides maintenance, we need to widen our roads.
Yes.
Because there is sort of congestion.
Yes,
and congestion accompanied with speed and rush hour. That means definitely crashing is inevitable. Well, still on the top here, the new vision. Of course, we take a look at members of MPs calls time on cohabiting. Yes, that is ex-minister Sarah Penny proposes in a bill she's yet to table for House consideration to reform the marriage law, and urges that individuals living together at least 6 months should automatically be recognized as a legal couple.
What? Oh, okay. That is a story of another day, but it's quite an interesting.
I know. It's quite interesting.
Yes.
All right. What do we have in there as we delve deeper to see what's making headlines?
Well, yesterday we saw a headline on plastic.
Plastic.
I think we are looking for a way to to decompose this plastics that we have a lot of plastics. Have you gone to these trenches? People throw bottles everywhere. So and we are trying to recycle. And look for a purposeful thing to use these plastics for.
Exactly.
Because they are really polluting the environment.
Yeah, that is true.
We are aiming for a greener and safer economy. Yeah.
Green economy. That's something very interesting. Still further, we see that Speaker gives government 48 hours to retable the narcotics bill. Yeah, I remember actually this bill, the issue was quorum here. And we'll see anyway. Let's see what this will come out. 48 hours, that's about 2 days from now. That's around Thursday, and shall see everything being put into play. Okay. What does the new vision have for us there?
Well,
here I see the national news of the Daily Monitor. It says, pay medical interns, cabinet tells finance. Of course, the meeting on Monday resolved that is the payment for interns, which ranges from 1.5 million, that is to 2.5 million.
Interns.
An intern is only 1.5 million.
Some interesting money.
Yeah, but also...
I believe they really invest a lot when it comes to school.
That's what I was going to say, actually. They are still spending campus. And also, you remember way back in school, most of us never used to like chemistry.
Yeah.
We used to like biology. We never used to like physics. And somebody pays, this is absolute sacrifice.
5 years.
Yeah. They went for what we feared to do. And, in most cases, when you do what no one is willing to do, you can't have the same... Okay, under normal circumstances in nature, you don't need to have the same results. I have to be a little bit different. In the United States of America, a doctor can earn, we're talking about $10,000, $20,000. That's quite a lot of money. I mean, that's about 50 million Ghanaian shillings. So why I'm bringing all this, medical interns deserve that's even too little for them, I would think.
It's enough given that the interns.
I'm just saying.
Cancer Institute acquires equipment worth 53 billion shillings.
Okay.
So they've given them a true beam linear accelerator for radiotherapy at the Uganda Cancer Institute in Mulago. That was on Monday. But this is quite interesting, actually. Our health sector is actually improving with time. The Cancer Institute. We need equipment like this. We do not need to go elsewhere, to Kenya, to India.
To other countries.
We can have very good services here in Uganda if we put much emphasis where need be, in the sectors that need emphasis. We don't need to be flying out, and then money is consumed from there. We're supposed to invest in our country.
To invest in our country. Yeah, and I remember actually I think it was 3 weeks back, when the medical sector was quite trending on Twitter about the state of hospitals, how they look like. You know, I mean, something which was really very frustrating. But anyway, with such, what I really care about is consistency. We need to see more of these equipments coming in at a consistent rate if we are to achieve what we need. Because it wouldn't make sense if we get that equipment and we get another equipment after a very long time. You know, remember, these equipments worn out.
Yes,
they need to be maintained, maintenance costs, and of which, you know, in Uganda, we're not really good at maintenance. The first example, you just take a look at the cars.
Yeah.
Very old, but all we think about is making money.
Fix it and fix it
exactly.
and fix it. Never gets better.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The same applies to that. The Cancer Institute acquiring that equipment, maintenance every after a period of time.
I must say, there is last month, I say, there was quite an uproar on the charges when it comes to medical bills. It was
even recently, recently we did a report about that, talking about the soaring costs of prices of health. I mean, to get the health services, and actually they were attributing for medical insurance. Yeah, you know, there was even that aspect of making it compulsory for every person to participate into that as one of the ways to, you know, deal with the soaring prices.
But I believe it's really important actually for insurance, because I feel we have little knowledge when it comes to insurances, and this could benefit us a lot, really. Just imagine it's in a scenario where you do not have enough cash. You have a sick child, or your mother, or you yourself is not feeling well,
fine.
and the bill is high up in the end. So you need that side security. I'll agree on that. Though we have this perception that insurance is for the rich. You know, that needs sensitization, and we need more knowledge, I think, when it comes to that, really. Okay, now here we see government probes gaps in land ownership. Of course, the government, through Equal Opportunities Commission, has commissioned a study that is on land ownership disparities in 20 districts across the country. And of course, well, I mean, this follows a series of, you know, we've seen quite lots of land conflicts in Uganda for the last 10 years. And well, this is so equity when it comes to land ownership. Something here, you know, Mercy, it doesn't matter. The thing that defines us as Africans, as Ugandans, or as the black race is ownership of land. You know, because that makes you have an origin. It's not like in other countries. So, well, this should be something really to be looked into here. Well, still driving your business, you're on a daily Kickstarter. It's 23 minutes past 7. Of course, as we take a look at, you know, what is trending within the country. You know, hope you're having quite a wonderful morning as you having your cup of coffee there, getting ready to actually to go and execute the related business. Well, here I see in the comment section, of course, somebody says here, government must not ignore impact of living costs. Yes, of course, we see here that it says that as part of recent events, all hard trending has suggested that Uganda is yet to fully grasp the task lesson that health and wealth are fundamentally, of course, intertwined. You know, talking about equity in income distribution and what the central bank really needs to do to make sure that all that is put there. Well, I think now let's take a look at what's happening that is in the world of traffic. And of course, according to the look of things here, that is the clock tower, actually. Yes, that's the clock tower. Jams slightly. Actually, Master, you realize today jam wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot.
Since Monday.
Yeah, since Monday. I don't know. Is it because it's the road safety week? I do not know really. But in the evening, actually, yesterday it was in evening hours, around 7, 8, 8:30. It's usually even in the morning hours, 8 to 9. It's usually. It's
8 to 9, Yeah. Now that's the clock tower. It's one of the most busiest places, and you know, one thing about this area is that there are lots of pedestrians, I would say. People passing by, crossing, and quite many vehicles there. Now we see those vehicles that are coming in from Kampala, yes, and they're heading towards Entebbe. Well, it's a smooth lane according to the look of things. It doesn't look congested. So for the people that are coming in from areas like Kansanga, you're coming in from Kabalagala, you're coming in from Bonga, Zambia, well, and you're coming to town, I'll say that it's quite favorable this morning.
Yeah.
You, of course, just a few delays, definitely. I'm not saying you're going to find the vehicles moving in straight, but there is going to be some sort of a few stops there and there, and you will be able to actually reach in the required time appropriately and execute what you ought to execute the way you
I must
should.
say, if you look at the roads, you know, if you're on camera watching, you know, it wouldn't paint a good picture, really.
Like
the road.
Yes.
Yes. You know, there are a lot of bumps and potholes right there. I'm seeing borders, you know, skipping a bit. Like, just imagine you're on there and
I know that
you're
area
lightweight.
that area is under construction, by the way.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
It's
we are
putting the flyover there, and yeah, of course, there's still a few patches there. Probably due to the late completion, you find that some of the already established works are destroyed. As you can even take a look at that. Now, of course, that's the lane connecting from, of course, heading to Kampala. Vehicles coming in now from Zambia, coming in from Kabalagala, heading to town. Like I said, it's free heading there. And also, the same applies to the vehicles we are seeing there. Some are coming in from Entebbe, of course, connecting towards the Usafi route, heading towards Kampala. And well, probably they could be heading to the old taxi park to drop passengers, and some head to other related destinations. I would actually, this is one of the areas that is quite hard to cross there, I'll say.
Yeah, it's very hard. I was going to actually talk, talk about it.
It's quite tricky.
Yes, people are running.
People, you have to run. And we're seeing the traffic officers here, of course, observing. Now, you see now, this is the issue, Marcy. You see that vehicle? The bus is not supposed to pass this thing.
Yes.
Because these roads, they are meant for certain vehicles of certain towns to walk here. So that has a long-term implication. That is in the long run. So that is the situation there at the clock tower. It seems friendly for people coming in from the different destinations that connect to that junction. You're coming in from Entebbe, all those areas within on Entebbe Road, Kajansi, you know, areas like Kaboa. You're coming in from Zambia, you're coming in from Kansanga, Kabalagala. All those routes I've mentioned can link towards here, most especially if you're coming to town to execute the different businesses. Well, that is it for the traffic updates this morning. Still driving your business here on your daily Kickstarter Smart Means Business, and it's 27 minutes past 7. I'm Andrew Barije with Masi Katsumi here driving your business. But now let's get into a short commercial break. Well, when we return, quite lots of interesting conversations from the East African community, of course, and also the international bloc at the same time, but all discussing business-related matters. Good morning.